Hello, welcome back to our classes. So as I said, from today onwards we can discuss the Python programming. The first chapter is programming and computational thinking. So today we are going to discuss the basic concepts of Python. In that we will be discussing how to write a program, a simple program. We will be discussing how to run it and how to print it. And also the basic data types used we will be discussing in today's classes. So watch till the end of the episode. Thank you. So today we are going to discuss regarding the basic concepts of Python programming. In our classes we are just discussing only the syllabus topics. If you want to know anything in detail about any topics, please comment to me. I will give a detailed class regarding the requested topics. Okay, so let's start Python programming. So first of all, we can check what is Python. Python is actually a programming language. You know different types of programming languages, right? C, C++, Java, Visual Basic. Likewise, different types of programming languages are available to write programs for developing softwares, developing web pages, developing apps, right? So Python is similar a programming language, right? Then it can be used for web development. Web development means either user-side development or server-side development. Python programming can be used. Then also for software development. If you want to create a software or something, Python programming language can be used to develop a software. Also, as Python can handle a huge amount of data, or otherwise known as big data, if we are using a huge amount of data, or if you want to access huge amount of data, likewise social medias and all, right, like Facebook and all, it is using a huge amount of data in chat, creating a profile and all. Lot of data, transfer data, accessing data, processing, everything is required, right? Like if any software or web page or web development or any system development, if it is using a big data, Python can handle this big data. So Python programming language can be used for handling big data. And if there are mathematical procedures or processes in our development, then also Python programming language can be used for the purpose. Okay, then it can also be used for system scripting. System scripting means in any operating system or anything which scripting is needed, this Python programming language can be used. Then why we are using this Python? Python has many advantages when compared to other languages. Python can work on different platforms, different operating system. That means you know different operating system, right? You know Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry. Likewise, different operating systems are available, right? So Python can be performed or it can run on any platform. That is the advantages of Python. So Python programming language works on different platforms. That is one advantage of Python. Then its syntax is similar to simple English language. Users who know simple English language can learn Python programming language very easily. So they can code the program codes, they can write the program codes little more easier than any other programming languages, as its syntax is similar to simple English language. Then it also has the syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines. When we are writing programming language, lines of codes are there. In each line we are discussing or we are writing some statements to implement our software or web page or anything, right? So the lines of code can be fewer when compared to other languages for Python. So it will be helpful for developers to write Python programming language, as it can be implemented in fewer lines of code, or fewer lines we can implement a program. So it allows developers to write programs with fewer lines. Then it interprets or it runs on an interpreter system, meaning that code can be executed as soon as it is written, which means whenever we write a code or something, It can be run on an interpreter system. The code can be executed while we are writing a program. So prototyping can be very quick. If we want to implement a workflow of a software, in each module or in each line of code, we can run the program. So the prototyping can be very quick. Understand? If you have any doubts, just as I always say, just pause your video and repeat the video. Then it will be clear to you. Okay. So repeat the video, rewind the video, then listen to the video carefully. Then it will be clear to you. If you have any doubts, okay, then you forward and watch the continuation. Okay, then it can be treated as a procedural language or object-oriented language or functional way of language. That means there are different types of languages I have already said, right? C, CPP, Java and all. C and all are procedural oriented language. We are writing a lot of procedures. We are writing the line of codes like procedures and all we are writing. So that is called a procedural oriented language. So Python can be either treated as a procedural oriented language or it can be treated as an object oriented language. That means those language which is using object and class and all that like Java, C++ and all object oriented concepts they are using. Python can also be treated as an object oriented language also, and also it can be treated in a functional way of language like functions, calling functions. Likewise, when you are going into detail, it will be clear to you. Okay. So these are the reasons why we use Python when compared to other languages. Then Python, when compared to other languages, Python versus other languages, when we say that Python was designed for its readability and has some similarities to English language that we already discussed, right? It has some similarities to English language with influence from mathematics. So Python has readability. It is designed for its readability and it has similarities to English language. So it can be understood. It will be understood by a simple developer or a basic developer can handle Python programming language. That is an advantage of Python. Then Python use new lines to complete command as other programming languages are using semicolons or parentheses. If you have to write a new command line, a Python is completing a command line and then we can write the next line beneath that above line. No semicolon, no parenthesis, nothing is required in writing Python programming language. So it is an advantage when compared to other programming languages. When we are writing the syntax and all, a simple mistake or simple error in our program may affect while we run or execute the program, it will give syntax errors, right? So Python is little more user friendly as it avoid this type of parenthesis, semicolon and all. Then Python relies on indentation, that means using white space. When we define a scope of some loops or functions or classes or something, Python is just using a white space and all. When other programs are using curly brackets and all, Python is using just a white space. That also while we execute the program and all, run the program and all, the syntax error occurring may be less compared to other programs. When a developer write a program, if he is missing something, syntax like semicolon or parenthesis or a similar syntax errors may not occur while writing Python programming language. That is also an advantage of Python when compared to other languages, right? If you have any doubts till this, you just rewind the video, watch once again and come to the continuation of the video. Okay, just giving a briefing regarding Python programming language. Okay. Then in your syllabus, you have to write a sample simple Hello World program. So we can check how we can write a simple Hello World program using Python programming language, right? So this Python programming language can be written in any text editor. You can use any text editor, either Notepad, text editor. Likewise, any text editor you can use for writing Python program. Compared to the OS, the text editors may vary. That is why I am not giving in detail each text editor. So it can be written in any text editor. So if you want to write a hello world, you have to just write print in brackets. As print is a function, it is written in brackets, and in double quotes the string which you want to print you have written. Check here, hello world. It is the string you have to print. So hello world is written in double quotes and inside a parenthesis. That means print is a function, so it is written inside a parenthesis. Then you have to save the file. You can give a file name also. Here I have given us helloworld.py. You have to save the file as .py extension. Okay, so save the file as helloworld.py. Then open this file in your command line or command prompt. You in your system all have gone through command prompt and all. So you have to open this file in your command prompt. How you can open this file in your command prompt? Check when you are running a program, right? You have to navigate to the directory which you have saved the file. So for running or executing this program, you have to write the directory in which the program is saved. So here I have just given an example, right? In C/users in /one name, your name, a folder name, then Python space helloworld.py. Helloworld.py is your file name. When you execute or run this program, when you press the enter key, you will get the output as hello world. That means in our hello world program, we have written as print hello world, right? So when you run the statement, your output or the next line which will be printed in your command prompt will be hello world. The hello world file is executed and its output will be printed as hello world in your command line. Okay, this is how you are writing a program and printing a program and running a program. Okay, then the data types used in Python. Different data types are used in Python. You have to discuss only int, float and string. So what do you mean by a data types? Variables can be stored in variables are stored as data, right? Okay, different data is of different types. So you have different data types, right? So numeric data type which you have to learn is integer and float, and text type is string you have to learn. So how you can set a data type, that you can check. Okay, setting the data type. If you have to set an integer type of data and if you want to store that data in some variable, you have to just write x is equal to 20. If it is an integer type of data, you have to store it in a variable x, you have to write x equal to 20. And if it is a floating type of data, you have to just write x is equal to 20.5. Float type of data means decimal values will be there for that type of numeric data, right? So x is equal to 20.5 is a float type of data, and if your data is a string type of data, you have to just write x is equal to, x is the variable which you are storing the data. So you have to write x is equal to in double quotes, as it is a string type of data. String means a collection of characters, right? A collection of characters. So here I have stored hello world in x. So x is a string type of data. X is equal to, in double quotes you have to write hello world. So setting the data type, you have to simply put a equal to sign in the variable which you are storing the data. If it is an integer type, you have to write x is equal to 20. Any numeric value can be written. This is actually an example. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. In your comments, you can ask me and I will clear it to you. Okay. And as it is a string type of data, we are writing it is in quotes. In double quotes, we have to write the type of string which you have to print, or which you have to store in the variable x. That is why I have written, if you have to store your name, you can write as x equal to your name in double quotes. So I hope you enjoyed today's classes. If you have any doubts, please comment to me. I will clear to you. And don't forget to watch the next episode. Stay tuned to Afia's Tech Talk. Thank you so much.